Good morning, everybody. This is Nate heading over to Trevor's house to work on it for today, and we're pretty much next door neighbors here. But I'm leaving my house, going to grab the skid steer, head over. But this morning I looked up something I thought it was interesting. You might find it interesting too. It's got a little fun fact about the wormy chestnut and how the wormy chestnut came to be. So in the last video, I told you that the roof sheeting there was wormy chestnut, and I know wormy chestnut has been kind of a tree that's been just destroyed. I live in Pennsylvania, and throughout the Appalachian area from Maine clear down to almost Alabama, there was a tree that was prominently one of the fastest growing trees that was used for building materials and such, and it was the chestnut tree. And I come to find out after reading about it, in the 1800s, the European settlers came across and they brought a fungus. And that fungus, when it came here to the United States, it attached itself to the roots of the chestnut tree and it destroyed the chestnut trees. Then the worms got in there and chewed their way through the trees, and it became wiped out pretty much the entire chestnut family of trees. Now you just find them as kind of a shrub. So this chestnut trees, they cut them all down to stop the blight and try to stop the blight. And they turned it into furniture, building materials, and whatever they could think of. Caskets, I know they made caskets out of them, but so the chestnut trees, now you can't find chestnut. So I kind of was, when I was shooting that video last weekend and found the chestnut in the roof, I was like, man, we should pull the chestnut out of this roof and replace it with OSB sheeting and build a kitchen out of it, which would be pretty cool to do, being that it is a 100-year-old tree. But they were too far gone. I don't even know if there would have been enough to do it. So we decided to just cover it over with shingles. But that's a little fun fact about the chestnut tree and how it came to be wiped out. Pretty much came from a fungus. Back when the blight came through, the chestnut tree was the heaviest populated tree in the woods in the 1900s. And so you're talking about decimating forests. The blight hit our area in the 1930s. And so around here, you'll see a lot of construction materials that were used by the chestnut. And this house was built in 1939. So they would have been just blowing out forests, lumbering and timbering everything and turning chestnut trees into anything they could think of to get rid of it, because it was just going to go to waste otherwise. And so that's why you see a lot of building materials made out of chestnut. I'll show you here what the chestnut tree or the chestnut board looks like. So right there is the chestnut, and it is a similar grain to like a hickory, but you can recognize it because you will obviously see wormholes in it, because once the blight hit, the worms took over and they just started killing them with the worms and the fungus. But that would have been a nice looking kitchen. Grab me another ridge cap. It's going to be like that, I would say. That's where it's going to go. Nail it here. I get your full one, we'll put it there.
That's weird.
I'd go up under further than that. You'll be glad to get done off this roof, huh?
Huh?
You'll be glad to get done off the roof, huh?
Oh man. Oh man. I can't wait to get off this roof.
It's the day before Thanksgiving. Temperature's dropping to about 32 right now, and we're gonna get up on the roof. It's about 4:30 in the evening, and try to get these last few shingles on before it's too dark to see. Hopefully we finish today. Fingers crossed. It's been a long process.
Shout out to the subscribers watching the process. Never doing this again.
Yeah, it's freezing. Won't leak now.
Nope.
Man, that wind is cold.
Is that clogged?
No, I already cleared it.
I'm gonna hold it here for a minute.
Ta-da!
Done, baby.
There it is. Finally complete. See you in our next video. Thank God the roof is done.